we just double click the base level to put in the foundation. So we can choose the isolated foundation that we want, then choose the footing for your column itself. If you think that the size of footing is too big, you can choose edit tab here, and duplicate it and select the correct pad footing for your building itself. So for example, you're having a footing of 600 600 450 mm. Just create the footing accordingly. Make sure that you follow the dimension in order to complete the settings. Select OK, and then you can put your footing on your column. If the size of the footing is too small, you can choose edit tab to rename it and change it accordingly. For example, I can choose 1002 times 1002, and I change the figures here accordingly. Locate the column, the footing accordingly based on the design. For those columns are near to each other, you can choose a suitable footing which are sharing among all the column. Modify to move the column correctly, and view 3D in order to check the column stump, column, and beam correctly. Make sure that all the structural drawings are created correctly. Double click the level 1 or ground floor to check the design of the item accordingly. If you want to check the ground floor analytic plan, you can double click it. Then all the beam and column line are shown in the ground floor analytic as well as your level 1 analytic. View the 3D again to check all the components correctly. Hello. After we constructed the pad footing, the next item we want to build is the structure wall. So first we have to choose the level 1 because we want to build the structure wall from level 1 to ground floor. After that, we will go to the ground level to build the structure wall from ground level to the base itself. So if you double click, after you double click level 1, please go to structure wall structure, click it, choose the suitable structure wall that you want to build. For example, I decided to choose the generic 200 mm structure wall, and then I will draw from one point to another. So assume that there are structure wall from B to C, grade line 6 to 7. So I will have to draw it correct accordingly. After you draw the structure wall, double click the 3D view to check it correctly. Okay, modify. If it's not clear, you can double click the analytical model and check it correctly. So it shows that these structure walls are created correctly. After the structural wall for ground level to level 1 is created, then we have to double click the ground level structure plan in order to draw the structural wall from ground level to the base itself. After you click the structure level, you can proceed to your click wall structure, and do the same thing for the structure wall from from your ground level to the base itself. If you feel that the beams are disturbing you, or for you to draw the structure wall, you can click view, visibility, scroll down to structure framing, and click it and check it, apply, click OK. Then you can build the structure wall accordingly. Click the structure wall and draw it accordingly. After it's done, click modify and check the 3D analytical model to make sure that everything is designed correctly. Then you'll find that the structure wall is not extended until the baseline, but more than that. So therefore, you have to change the structure wall height itself. Go back to ground level and choose the structure wall accordingly. Go to the base point and check the structure wall accordingly. Click the structural wall. This is the structural wall from ground level to the base point, and you can see that the base constraint is ground level and the base offset is -3000. So in order to change that is very simple. You have to change your base constraint to base and then offset to 0. Do the same thing for all the items, including the base constraint is the base level itself, and base offset is 0 accordingly. We just use the base level to control the height of your structure wall from base to ground level. After you've done it, double click the analytical model. You will be able to see your wall constructed correctly. Everything is correct now. All the structure wall are created correctly. Go back to the ground level and unhide the structural framing again. Which click view, visibility and graphic. Go back to the structure framing. Click it again. Click apply. Click OK. So you can see all the beam, all the column, all the footing, all the structure wall itself. Click 3D view to check your whole building structure component for your whole building again, to make sure that everything are designed correctly. Click elevation east, north and south to check all the components before we move to the next item. Next, we are going to do the foundation for the structure wall. In some of the situation, you have pad footing, that's fine, but definitely you need to have a foundation for structure wall, which support the whole structure wall from the base to your first level. In order to do that, double click the ground level and the base. Make sure that you have to check the location of the structure wall correctly in order for you to draw the base accordingly. Click the structure and under the foundation, they are isolated that we designed it previously. The next item we'll do is actually the structure wall foundation. Click the foundation, choose the suitable foundation you want. For example, we take footings of 300 times 600 times 300. I choose accordingly. Then I just click the structure wall accordingly. Double click the 3D arithmetic drawing and 3D drawing to check the foundation. Make sure that the structure wall foundation are designed correctly. So all the structure foundation are designed correctly. But if the structure foundation is designed correctly and this sense, then you may not need to have isolated footing anymore. It depends on the engineer design. But this video we are focusing on creating the component for structure in Autodesk Revit. So I will basically teach you how to use the function of the software itself only. Please check it accordingly. Make sure that everything are designed correctly. If everything is correct, then we can proceed to the next item if needed. Thank you.